Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and very pleased to be offering what I think is a very cool Mercedes-Benz. Come on over and let's take a closer look at this car. One of the fun aspects of our job, my job, is that I'm running around the country and visiting clients with usually collections of cars. We visited an older guy up in New Hampshire and checked out his collection, bought a couple cars from him, and within that collection, we got a right-hand drive Austin Healey, and we got a Jaguar, which we sold, was this Mercedes-Benz, which is a car he used himself privately. So it's his own car that he drove for a while. It's a 1985 500 SEC. So it's the big coupe that Mercedes made in the mid-80s. We have the books and some service records reflected in the maintenance books of the car, and we also have a clean Carfax that goes with the car. From those records, what we know is the car spent the first part of its life in California. So it's a California car originally. It was sold to Rick Mulley of Riverside, California, December 31st, 1984. It has its original Mercedes-Benz pre-delivery stamp. And then we have the service booklet that shows very consistent servicing in the first part of the car's life up to about 100,000 miles. We know then, based on Carfax, that around 2012, the car moved from California to New England. We think it's the same owner. We can't quite determine if it changed ownership or not. But we do know then later in 2021, the car was acquired by the fellow that we bought the car from. And when he acquired the car, and he was also in New England, and this to me is amazing, this car started life as a gold car. The original paint combination on this car is gold paint and presumably the gold interior. It went through a complete color change. It definitely was professionally done, and that was done around 2020. So the paint and the interior are relatively recent on this car. It was very professionally done. When you look in here, we talk about window out paint jobs. This was everything out paint work. The body shop that did it painted all the radiator support carefully around all the stickers, the inner fender wells, all along here, inner hood, same thing in the trunk, same thing around all the door jambs. So very nicely done repaint and complete color change. The motor itself, of course, is the 500 V8. Typically Mercedes, it runs very strong, doesn't smoke, nice quiet motor. Typical Mercedes-Benz of this era, just a strong, strong running car. There are two things that the car needs, which we also mentioned in our driving video, and please take the time to watch our driving video. The AC compressor is not cycling on, probably needs a charge. The climate control is working, the fan is working, and it is redirecting itself, but the AC compressor is not running. And also the sunroof is not working properly. The motor runs, which is in the trunk, and the switch is working, but the sunroof really doesn't move. So I'm guessing it's a cabling situation. They are repairable, of course, to people who, I used to work on these sunroofs, and they are, of course, repairable. The car itself, cosmetically, is beautiful. The chrome and trim is all very nice. It's showing the car has about 150,000 miles on it today and presents beautifully. The hood, the paint, everything is nice, and as I mentioned, it's not that old. It also has the chrome Mercedes-Benz wheels. Tires are in good shape with good tread. We did have this car serviced. We had it inspected, so I have high confidence this car could go anywhere, could be picked up and driven anywhere. During our servicing, we did replace the rear hydraulic brake lines. One of them was slow reacting, so we put new lines on it, and that took care of that situation. There's one little mark here on the driver's door, right there. It's not perfect, but it's very, very nice. A little mark right here. And there's some other places where we had minor touch-up done, but very minor. The other thing they did, which I really love about this car, it's entirely new leather. It's all been replaced, the front and rear seats. Again, like the paintwork, professionally done. This is leather. The car smells like new leather. It is the very thick, heavy leather that Mercedes-Benz uses. It's not the shiny stuff. It's the very good leather, and it's beautifully done. The seams and everything are nice. The dash has a dash cap. The wood has some cracking and crazing, particularly in the center, which is very typical of these cars with some sun damage. cars. The electric seats are working correctly. I noticed we're missing the little button for the headrest here on the driver's seat. The switch is fine, but it's missing its little button. So typical of these cars, there are little odds and ends that it could need to take it to the next level, but very usable, serviceable car and fun to drive. We do have all 4 windows are working properly. We have them down right now. Here's your seatbelt arm works correctly when you get in to drive the car. I thought that was a cool innovation that Mercedes did. Here's your seatbelt. Door cards are beautiful, very nice. And again, this car received a complete color change. Coming along to the back of the car, it's got the really cool chunky coupe look that Mercedes had in the mid-80s. Rear of the car, just like the rest of it, all the trim is nice. The bumpers are nice and straight. In the trunk of the car, again, it's all blue. I think this is brand new carpeting. It looks brand new, which was done in 2020. We have underneath here the correct full-size spare, and then we have a separate bag with the jack for the car. Coming along this side of the car, same thing, nice and straight lines. There are no door dings, no marks on the car as far as, parking lot incidents or anything. The rims are beautiful. Same thing on this side. The wood on the doors is quite nice. All of this is in excellent condition. As I mentioned earlier, the leather is just fantastic in the car. So it's a neat car. We have the original warranty books, the service books, and the original when the car was sold books. We have the Carfax backing it up. We've just serviced it. It's a great opportunity to get in one of these mid-80 flagship Mercedes-Benz cars. And please take the time and watch our driving video. It really drives quite nicely now. So if you have any questions, please contact us. We'll be happy to share any information we have on the car. Hopefully we'll get a nice Mercedes-Benz enthusiast to pick up this one. It's a good one. It's a nice car. Thanks for taking the time and looking at our car.